Hello everyone, welcome back. And in today's video, we'll be looking at a swing trading strategy today. Okay, so this strategy is, very secret strategy, and many people are not discussing about this strategy. So that I'm going to put it forward today. And whatever we are going to discuss in this video, make sure you take it as educational purpose. Okay, so not an investment advice. Remember. Okay, so you can use this strategy and make it yours. You can fine tune it. Okay, so. Uh, I believe that you already know technical analysis, how to read the chart, what is candles, everything and all. I believe you already have that kind of knowledge. So that, keeping that in mind, so let's dive into the strategy. For this particular strategy, see what we need is that, so we need a daily chart actually. So 1 day chart, I'm going to take it. And in the duration for this actually, for this goes around like, maybe 7 days or 8 days, like, holding period probably according to the strategy. So let's see that. So the strategy itself is that for me, what is important is that I need a particular set of stocks which are approaching the crucial support or which are in a continuous pattern. Okay, so let's discuss about that. For example, if the stock moves, like this, like immediate momentum, this is we call immediate momentum actually. See, once it creates such a momentum, powerful momentum like this, angle, if you look at it, see, this is indicates there will be an institutional buying or something like that. Usually that force which which the stock is moving up. Okay, so before the next leg, that means the next momentum in the stock happens. Before that, there will be some sort of pause will be there in that stock. Okay, so in this pause, there is a particular pattern which I'm going to discuss about. Okay, so which can help you to take use, make use, of this particular, setup actually, and for a trading it will be good for you. Okay, so that is the sign, that is a setup that help you to identify your entries actually. Okay, so or else this kind of setup which I am looking for, the kind of stocks which I am just going to discuss today, or so I need something like that. For example, if the stock is already like moved up from the support level, okay, and it is coming back to the support again at this point of time, if if this particular pattern emerges, then that will be a entry point for this particular strategy. Okay, so let's discuss about that right now. See what I'm looking for. If the particular, let's say the first kind of setup we'll discuss, there are two things which we are discussing, but the setup is same. Okay, but it should be at the crucial support level or it should be in a uptrend, which I discussed, right? So let's say, for example, if it moves like this and creating a flag kind of a pattern like this, at this point of time, let's say if the stocks, immediately spikes down, okay, the candle which I'm talking about right now like this, and the next candle probably, let's say it, which creates a candle like this, okay, and this is a indication of that. The first indication is that the trend which is was there already, which is going to continue. Okay, so and I need a confirmation for now to take entry in this particular stock. Okay, so I need candle to close above this level. Okay, next candle or next two or three candles, any candles, if they comes and close above this I, that is going to be the entry points to ride the rally next, and you can put the stop loss below this. Okay, this is one idea. The same kind of a pattern, if it appears, let's say, at the support at this point of time, that also I'm interested in. For example, here, bearish candle or bullish candle, it doesn't matter. Okay, so it may be bearish candle, it may be a bullish candle. Okay, so it doesn't matter at all. Let's have a look at this. Some examples. If we take a look, we will understand. Okay, for example, let's say this is the like MOIL, which I'm taking, right? Let's say, for example, this particular chart I'm taking. So look at here. For example, this stock has moved, right? There is a momentum in the stock, right? There is a build up in the stock. For example, from here to here, the stock is moved. You can clearly see that. After that, by breaking the particular resistance, it has moved, right? So that means there is a momentum in a stock, right? Momentum is started in this stock. After the momentum is started, if you observe carefully, look at the spikes carefully. Can you see this? Okay, this spikes on the top, this spike on the bottom. If you look at this, what you can do, you can just draw the line for that, okay, and see when it breaks. When it breaks, what you can do, you may not, like if you go into the daily chart, your entry will be too late, right? For to avoid this, what you can do, you can convert this into the hourly chart, for example, like this hourly chart. And if I go back, let's say, where is that particular, setup here? Okay. And you can get an entry very early here. Can you see that? So entry, you can go in a daily chart actually, if you look at it, and you can see that, see, after this, let's have a look at it from here. Let's say next 3 days, next 2 days, 20% momentum, the stock is gained. This is a short-term swing strategy. I believe, there is a quick momentum will be there in this particular setup, which I'm discussing. You don't need to wait for so many days and all. And actually, and you can put a stop loss, below this or something like that. Okay. So whenever this appears, that is where you can take a action. And, and one more example I will give you, the same stock, if you look at it, look at this carefully. There is a support, right? So once the stock goes up, come back, you can see this pattern. Do you recognize that pattern which I discussed right now? Can you see that? Then after that also there is a momentum. This is also okay. This is also okay. You can see that in the same stock, fortunately, you're able to see the two entries here, right? So that is, you can make a use of it. For example, let's go to the different stocks. Okay. Swing two, let's come back. Havels AB Capital. Let's have a look at this stock, right? Havels, this chart, particular chart. Okay, if you look at it, yeah, exactly, this is what I was talking about. Look at this Havels. There is a previous up, there was a momentum, then there was a support. It is created the support and it went up and it's created the support. Then when it came back, okay, if you look at it carefully, okay, when it came back, look at, this is the high, this is the low it has created. Okay. And next candle, it is closed above the high of this candle. Next candle, it's closed above the high of the candle, right? Can you see the similar pattern? I need a spikes on the both the sides immediately. Can you see, this is on the upper side, this is on the bottom side. Bottom candle may not look the exactly what I showed, but can you see that similarity? Okay. And there is a momentum after the, like 10%, like 20%, like it can be 10 to 20% is common in this particular kind of setup if you look at it carefully. So let's have it, if there is any entry in particular, for example, let's go back here and just I mark some stocks to show you that you can, how do I find this kind of stocks for a swing trading? Okay, so that is a different topic. We can discuss that later. But the entry, you can find it manually also in a chart, if you're trading. For example, look at here. So this is, yeah, this is one more. For example, if you look at it, you can clearly see there is a entry here. Okay, and taking a support and moving higher. If you don't wish to be there, there is also one more support is there coming from a support. You can see that this is a support, this is the support. Let's come back. Okay, bouncing from the support and creating this kind of a pattern. You can see that. Okay, and breaking that pattern, there is an immediate momentum is there. But see, it's not about the setup, the way the setup is appearing, that is really important. It is when it is bouncing from a support, if you see such kind of support, I told you can actually modify this strategy also according to your needs, if you ask me. Okay, so like that, wherever you see, you can go for it actually. For example, do we see anything here? Let's say here, yeah, I can see here, for example, um, there is a, but there are many candles are in between. Do you see that? This candle and this one candle, between there are three candles, like that also you can, that's why I told you, you can fine tune it also, right? So and then you can see that such a immediate momentum in a stock, like 8% or 10% or something like that. You can see that 12% in like 9 days or something, um, like that. Okay, so now let's go to the different stocks. um BDL, BDL. For example, if I go to the BDL and let's say for example BDL, BDL, and in BDL also you can see that, right? For example, there was a momentum earlier, stock is coming back, and this is the low which is created, and this is the high which is created. So when it breaks, do you see immediate momentum in a stock, right? So that I need a double spikes on the top also and the bottom also. That is all I'm looking for, nothing else. Okay. So in between, any candle comes in between the two candle setup, that is also fine. There is no issue in that. Okay. So like that, for example, so many stocks are there. If you look at this list, Anupama Rasayana, right? Anupama Rasayana. Let's open this. And where do we find such a stocks right now? So there are, this is also, there is a setup, it is there. So let's go back to earlier to see any uh, stocks are for this. Let's look into this. So I forgot to mark it actually. That's fine. Let's, but that those particular setups when it they come, for example, look at this. So this is also there. You need to know how to see this. Okay, can you see that I can able to see this? But after that, if you want to can catch the quick momentum, 10% momentum. Do you see that? So like that, you need to plan. One more. Can you see this? I can clearly see this, right? So there is a closing above that. Then there is a momentum. It just comes with a little bit of practice and the experience. That's what I would like to say. And let's have a look at for example, Madras fertilizers. Let's have a look at Madras. Mhm. Let's see where I can find that. Okay, so this is okay. That is also okay. And can you see here, for example, this is okay. Previous there is a support, it is even better. And short, no, like 2 or 3 days, you can ride that momentum. So yeah, can you see here, right? I already marked it. Can you see here, right? So there is a momentum, then support. Then after that, taking a support second time when they're taking the support, look at this candle, breach out 4 candle continuously upside. You can see that, right? Mardas fertilizers and Geojit. Let's go this. Mm, this is short-term swing strategy actually. Geo financial. Okay, let G. Okay, let's I am mispronouncing it. Let's go to the another stock 1 minute. Sheila Foam. Okay, yeah, Sheila Foam Limited. Let's go into that. I don't want to waste the time. That's why I went to the another stock. And look at this. This is the setup which I'm discussing about. Do you see that? Okay. See, I need an immediate spike on the top side also on the bottom side. That is the thing which I'm looking at. Doesn't matter what kind of candle it is and all, but it should be similar to the things which I showed actually. Hope you're able to see that. Okay. Morphin Lab. If I look at this stock chart, um, let's look at this Morphin Lab. Morphin Lab, if you look at it carefully, okay. For example, look at the top, look at the bottom here, and once the candle closed above that, and look at the momentum in a 12 days, 30% momentum is there. So this is, you can clearly see, this is a setup. Hope everybody able to understand. And please let me know your thoughts in a comment section actually. And we have discussed about the entry and also stop loss also we have discussed, right? So that and all you can define, no issue. There are a lot of videos are available. You can put it to the stop loss and you can ride the trend, and just keep it in a mind very short. Your focus should be to focus on very short duration. If you ask me, okay, like 3 days or 4 days, don't go for more than that once you take an entry in this, because this is a short term swing actually. That swing can last for few days. That's why don't go it for very long. This is this is a secret swing trading strategy, and you let me know your thoughts in a comment section. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up, and I'll be coming with another video. Until then, please take care. Please subscribe to our channels for further updates, and thank you very much. Okay, so hope you learned something today.